Whatever you want to make it.
Good evening, lords, ladies, those who dwell in the spaces between, and those who stand outside our circles entirely. Welcome to the inaugural day of the Lemant Gala. Look around you. Breathe in, feel the grit against your skin and the heavy metallic weight in your lungs. Today we turn our gaze toward Arccorp, perhaps the most profound tragedy among Stanton's celestial daughters. But before we begin, I must set a boundary for a morning. There is a common lazy tendency to blame the populace for the state of their world. We see the grime and the gloom and we mistake the inhabitants for the architects. I tell you now, this is not a day to cast stones at the filthy or the elite. This is not a critique of the billions huddling in the shadows of the Area 18 megastructures. The people are merely the moss growing in the cracks of a machine they didn't build. They are powerless, caught in the gears of a corporate manifest destiny that was decided long before their first breath. No, today is not about the people. It is a requiem for the world that was lost beneath them. Before the first steel plate was laid, before the first fusion reactor flickered to life, Arccorp breathes. It was not a world of neon and smog. It was a world of viridian forests, sprawling wetlands, and apex predators that moved with a grace we can now only simulate in a mobiGlas render. Today we honor the ghosts of a vanished ecosystem. The iron-winged kestrel, once a master of the thermals over the Great Canyons, now nothing but a fossil beneath 1,000 layers of concrete. The Whisper Moss Plains, vast stretches of bioluminescent flora that reacted to the wind, creating waves of light that could be seen from orbit. The great migratory leviathans, shy giants who once roamed the world by the stars, now lost to smog. We have paved over the heartbeat of a planet and replaced it with the hum of a server farm. We have traded the symphony of the wild for the rhythmic clanging of the shuttle bus. The sky projected behind me is not a fantasy, it is their sky, a permanent shroud of industrial haze that masks the majesty of the Stanton system. We must remember that while the people are not evil for living there, their very existence is a testament to what we are willing to sacrifice for industrial supremacy. Arccorp is Stanton's silent daughter because she no longer has a voice of her own. She only speaks through the grinding of turbines. We are not here to judge the people for being powerless. We are here to weep for the biomes that never had a chance to scream. We are here to acknowledge that beneath every skyscraper is a buried meadow, and beneath every landing pad is a crushed nest. Let this day not be a condemnation of the citizen, but a somber tribute to a world that was consumed to feed an empire's hunger. Let us remember the green even as we stand surrounded by the gray. Now, to lead us further into this reflection, please welcome Rosabelle to the stage.
You're always appreciated, Kyran. Thank you. My dear audience, those gathered here in this hall of light and those watching from the flickering monitors of your homes, to those on Arccorp, the world of my birth, the world that holds my first memories in its iron grip, I speak to you with a heart that is both full and fractured. I have spent the last week as a pilgrim in my own system. I have traveled from planet to planet, walking the pressurized streets, flying through ionized skies, and driving across the endless artificial crust of our world. I saw the industry of Arccorp in all its terrifying majesty. I saw the flora, pathetic, beautiful, gasping things, clinging to life behind reinforced glass and trapped in corporate planters like prisoners of war. I smelled the recycled air, that sharp, metallic tang of filtered oxygen and ozone that defines the scent of my childhood. It ached me to be away for so long I thought I missed home, but upon returning I felt like a ghost haunting a machine. I felt like a stranger in a world that had forgotten how to breathe. I realized with a heavy soul that the corporate smog and the ceaseless grinding roar of the planetary turbines could no longer sustain the love I held for the place where I grew up. We were not rich. We were not even remotely well off. We lived in the deep crevices of the city planet, where the sun is a myth told by the wealthy. I remember my mother, "Hi Mum, glad you could be here too." She is a woman of steel and silence, scraping together meals from seemingly nothing, reclaying proteins and synthetic grains stretched thin to last the week. She made sacrifices I am only now beginning to comprehend so that I might have an education, so that I might look up at the bottom of these skyscrapers and imagine a life within them. She never imagined, even in her wildest, most fevered dreams, that I would one day stand on a stage like this, speaking directly to the very people who own Horizon. Yet here I am, I am not just standing on a stage. I am hosting a gala that stands as a defiant beacon in the face of Drake Defense Con. While others celebrate the machinery of war and the rugged utilitarianism of the frontier, we are here to talk about the soul of a planet that was bartered away for credits. We have come so very far in our story. From the dark alleys of Area 18 to this grand assembly, the journey has been long. Because of your generosity, we have raised a fortune, funds that will finally allow us to stop mourning and start acting. We are no longer just spectators to the decay, we are the architects of a new legacy. But as we look toward the future, we must acknowledge what was sacrificed to build the present. We must look past the neon signs and the bustling spaceports to the silent, suffocating earth beneath. This lament, this entire endeavor, is dedicated to Stanton's silent daughter. She was once a world of oceans and wind, of creatures that ran free under a clear sky. She was silenced by the weight of progress, her voice replaced by the hum of the city. Today we give that silence a name. Today we begin the work of remembering what the galaxy tried to make us forget. For the biomes lost, for the creatures gone, and for the world that remains beneath the steel, we present Ghost of Biomes.
The mountain's marrow turned to iron strata, buried deep beneath the steel and gray. No wild pulse remains within the water, where the living rivers used to play. Neon strata where the canyons used to sigh, planetary shell beneath the hollow sky. Oh, Stanton 3, your heart is silent now, a synthetic heartbeat in the urban devourer's thrall. Beneath the concrete, where the ghost of biomes sleep, while neon canyons rise in the lonely silence deep. Breathe what nature can't provide. Toxic reservoirs where the toxins hide. The only movement in the lightless trenches is the scavengers that corporate rule entrenches. Scavengers that corporate rule entrenches. Oh, Stanton 3, your heart is silent now, a synthetic heartbeat in the urban devourer's thrall. Beneath the concrete, where the ghost of biomes sleep, while neon canyons rise in the lonely silence deeps. Mountains of steel, rivers of rock. The silence remains, Stanton 3.
I'd like to thank you all for respecting our guidelines regarding minors tonight. As we have just witnessed, these are heavy topics. The history of a world lost to steel is a weight that requires a certain level of maturity to carry. For those with families, I encourage you to bring your little ones to the final day of the gala, which is specifically designed to be child-friendly. I ask you now to sit with this lament. Let the silence of the biomes we've lost speak to you. Tomorrow, our journey takes a sharper turn as we shift our focus from the smog of the city planet to a world defined by ice and snow. Reflect on what you have learned tonight, for it is only through remembering the past that we can hope to change the future.